In the book of Hebrews, again, it tells us about what the power of Jesus' prayers is. It says he is able to save to the uttermost. That means, keep us to the end. Make sure we make it all the way to heaven so that we don't fall short of that. He's able to save to the uttermost those who come near to God through him. How is he able to do that? How is he able to save us all the way, bring us all the way? By his intercession for us, by his prayers for us. That's a tremendous power. I think it was my brother-in-law who pointed it out to me. There's actually a story in the book of Luke that has a really amazing example of the power of Jesus' prayer for an individual. On the night that Jesus was betrayed before he went to the cross, they were sitting down eating the Last Supper. You remember that, right? And Jesus he said all kinds of things. He's teaching them all kinds of things at that moment. But one of the things he said during that meal is he turned to Peter and he looked dead at him. And he said to him, "Simon, Simon," that was Peter's birth name, "Simon, Simon, behold, Satan demanded to have you, that he might sift you like wheat." And just pause there for a second. How would you feel, even if it wasn't Jesus, if it was Jesus too, but if anyone just looked you dead in the eye and says, "Satan has demanded to have you"? That's a little queasy, right? That's freaky. And now it's Jesus saying this to Peter. He knows what's going on in the spiritual realm. He says, "Simon, Simon, Satan has demanded to have you so that he can sift you like wheat." Does anyone remember what Jesus says next? He says, "Satan has demanded to have you that he might sift you like wheat, but I have prayed for you. And when you return, strengthen your brothers." And then we know the rest of the story, right? Peter, through his weakness, he ends up denying Jesus 3 times and he runs away. He's not even at the cross because he's hiding in shame and he's weeping because he's collapsed. He failed his Lord. He denied his Lord 3 times. Yet, Peter's restored. And then this same weak Peter who couldn't confess Jesus in front of a little maid girl, a few weeks later is openly preaching Jesus in front of thousands of people, converts 3,000 people. He endures to the end. He's martyred for the faith, and he's received to glory. Don't make any mistake. Peter is a man with the same flesh and blood like you and I. He's not some elite individual. How did that weak man get there? How did he get to heaven? "I have prayed for you." That's how Peter made it. Jesus Christ prayed for his dear friend Peter. And the Bible tells us that it is not just for Peter, it is for you and I, for all who draw near to God through Jesus. That means for believers, trusters in Jesus, Jesus prays for us. That's big.